Charlie the latest. Udie, share video no.
Trump's double standards are in full view. India's response has laid bare the hypocrisy. He is accusing India of funding Russia's war, while America's own trade with Moscow keeps growing. Let's look at the numbers from this year. US imports from Russia are increasing. We're talking about 2025. We're talking about the period when Donald Trump had already taken charge. This is with Trump as president. Between January and May this year, American imports from Russia have increased by 23%. And what is the US buying from Russia? Metals like palladium. These imports have jumped by 37% in 1 year. Then we have uranium. Uranium imports from Russia have increased by 28%. And fertilizers have gone up by 21%. In 2024, the US imported goods worth $3 billion from Russia. 90% of these imports are strategic. They're needed in sectors like energy, agriculture, and defense. And the US is buying them in large quantities. Take the case of fertilizers. Until May this year, the US had bought Russian fertilizers worth more than $800 million. That's a 60% increase from 2021. Then there is uranium. The US is buying uranium from Russia to fuel its nuclear reactors. And this is where Washington's hypocrisy becomes impossible to ignore. In 2022, they banned Russian crude and LNG. They sanctioned most Russian energy firms after the war began, 2022. Last year, they banned imports of enriched uranium. But they conveniently left loopholes. Companies were allowed to apply for waivers, and this route is open until 2028. So importers are using it, of course. They are seeking waivers and they're trading with Russia. In fact, America's uranium imports have jumped substantially. They have nearly tripled since 2021. And it's the same story with the European Union. They have imposed sanctions and left loopholes that suit them. Brussels has left a door open for Russian products. Their sanctions have a range of exemptions, from pharma and medical products to agriculture and food and, of course, energy. Again, let's look at the numbers. The EU-Russia trade data from last year.